Hello, guys. Today I'm not gonna be here because I'm not feeling too well. So make sure that you are working on everything that is assigned to you. This is your warm up. So the substitute teacher will give you 5 minutes in order for you to complete three or more of the problems for Wednesday. So make sure you're working on it. And at this moment, you may stop the video. So now to get back with yesterday's assignment. Yesterday you created a number line that had fourths, fifths, eighths, halves, and tenths. So what you're going to do, you're going to use those number lines to help you find the smallest fraction. So basically it's like drawing a model. So if you draw a model for 1/4 and then draw the same model, another model showing 2/5 and another model showing 3/8, well, you should have the same size of a whole number. So then you could compare it. But with a number line, since you measured it yesterday, you should be able to compare it a little bit better. So you're doing, number one, you're finding the smallest fraction out of 1/4, 2/5, or 3/8. And for number two, you're finding the largest fraction out of 2 3/5, 1 3/4, or 2 5/8. So go ahead and start on that. You have about 10 minutes for that. So the substitute teacher would put 10 minutes on the timer, and you could work on that. Please go ahead and start the timer and turn off the video now. That way the students could work on this. Thank you. Okay, same thing here. You're ordering the fractions from least to greatest using the number line or other methods like drawing a picture or drawing a model. So make sure you work on that. You have 5 minutes to do that. Please stop the video and give 5 minutes to the students. Now, if you notice, there is a little thing on the top that shows you more or less how to do this, but it does say which of these numbers is located between the other two numbers on the number line. So you gotta actually put them in order from least to greatest, figure out which one's the middle number. So go ahead and use your number line or a model to help you do that. So go ahead and stop the video and give 5 minutes to the students so they could go ahead and work on that. On this one, it says label thirds on the number line. So exactly like you did the number line yesterday where you were measuring it and then dividing by the denominator, basically that's what you're doing here. So you got to measure 0 through 1 and figure out how much is thirds. So if how many lines you have altogether, and then with that you divide it by 3, and that gives you the amount in between the thirds. So make sure you're doing that. Another 5 minutes here, so go ahead and stop the video so you could go, so students could work on the number line. So for this activity, basically you have 18 cards. Some are fractions, some are decimals. So you're going to go ahead and use that activity page. And activity 1 is just putting the fractions in order from least to greatest. And then activity 2 is putting the decimals in order from least to greatest, or greatest to least. I'm not sure. I'll go ahead and read it in a little bit. So basically these cards are in the bag. So make sure that you put all the cards in the bag. I need them back. Please take care of them. I'm not here to monitor all that, so please monitor that. Make sure that all the numbers are in the bag. So I know which table has what color. So if any are missing, that table is going to be in trouble when I get back. So make sure that you are doing everything possible to put them in order from least to greatest. Again, you could use a number line. You could actually draw a picture. You could do some other things, because we're going to ask you how did you figure this out. So make sure you're doing that. One big hint, the decimals are easier to compare than the fractions. So here's the activity page. First it says order all 9 fractions cards from greatest to least. You could use a number line or a model to justify your answer. So make sure you're either using the number line and drawing it in, or drawing a model and drawing it in. You have to have a model or a number line. For activity 2, least to greatest. So order all 10 decimal cards from least to greatest and use a number line or a model to justify your answer. Again, you either have a number line or a model. Now the last activity, activity 3, it's like you're going to have a big bug race. So that means for every bug, and you'll see those in your fraction cards, every bug you're going to measure using the ruler you created yesterday to provide how long that bug is. So you got to record the measurements, and once you record the measurements, you could go ahead and put them in order from least to greatest. So make sure that you are putting the name on the bottom from least to greatest, and then putting the number from least to greatest. So you have to first go ahead and draw the line from the point where it has. So you're drawing this line right here. You draw a line until it gives you the measurement that Sweet Lady has. Then you draw a line for beetle bug, same thing, grasshopping, same thing, the fly, and then the mighty ant. So you have to draw a line for each of them, and that way it's easier to compare. And that shows you which one's the least and which one's the greatest. If you have another method to compare, go ahead and show your work and justify your answer on how you figured out which one was the least amount and which one was the greatest amount to put them in order. So you have the rest of the period to do this. Please make sure that if you don't finish it in class, you take it for homework, and you're working hard on this, because on Thursday, tomorrow, I'll go ahead and start making sure you understand how to put fractions in order from least to greatest, and decimals in order from least to greatest, and then we're combining them together. So be ready for that. So have a great day, and make sure you're at your best behavior, because if not, I will be making phone calls home. So good luck on this work. Bye-bye.